Hi, you're watching my channel, Cloud Busted. So I went to my local hobby store just to pick up some parts for my Mad Force and my SMT-10. I'm going to be doing a comparison video pretty soon. And I saw this on the shelf and I needed it. I had to have it. It's losi rock ray, and they offer it in two different colors, yellow or blue. I went with the blue. And I'm probably going to be changing the body panels anyway, so color wasn't a huge deal. But man, this thing's awesome. This is modeled after the full-size Ultra 4 buggies. And I was actually going to build a full-size Ultra 4 buggy, solid axle rear, independent front, but there's really no place around me to use it, so that's why I never built the full-size version of this. But anyway, so this thing's awesome. Suspension's great, tires are great. It's a 10 scale, but it's a big 10 scale. It's not that heavy, it's pretty light. It's got a good amount of travel. And I'm not going to go over all the specs and features because you can find that on their website. There's a ton of videos on this thing. And right now, this thing's been out for a while. There's a good amount of aftermarket support for this. In my local hobby store, they had this. They had a Axial Yeti XL. And I was kind of torn between the two. But once I looked at the features and everything, I thought the losi was way better. So the Yeti XL is an 8 scale. Losi is a 10 scale, but it's a big 10 scale. So they're both about the same size. So anyway, I went with the losi. I think it's better built. I'll show you a couple of cool things that I really like about it. It looks like losi really did their homework on this thing. So if you take a look, when you bottom out the front suspension, right there, so you got, that's fully extended and that's fully bottomed out. If you take a close look, it never hits the ground. I like that because most trucks these days, doesn't matter what scale, when you compress the front suspension, chassis slams the ground. And it causes a lot of damage, so that's pretty cool. But still, one upgrade I see in the future is longer front shocks, and I think I might raise these towers up about 4 millimeters. And nobody makes a kit for that, so that's something I have to machine out myself, but it's no big deal. It should be pretty easy. And that's really the only upgrade I see it needing until something breaks. I've heard a lot of people having trouble with the servo arm, but I believe losi upgraded that. Tires are awesome. 2.2 wheels with a really tall tire. I think this is like the tallest 2.2 tire you can get, and it's got a real soft foam in this. I mean, this thing it folds over rocks really well. So this is like a do-it-all truck. It's fun on the track, fun on the rocks, good in the sand. So I took it to a place where I like to ride my dirt bikes at. Little sand pit, there's also some rock crawl and everything. So I'll show you some footage of it running around. But before I do that, I want to see how well it scores with the RTI ramp travel index. In case you haven't seen any of my earlier videos, I just built RTI ramp, so check out that video that explains all about it. So let me get this out of the way. Alright, so there is at 14 inches. It's just starting to lift the left rear tire and the right front. So this thing scored a 14 on the RTI ramp. So let me calculate that real quick. So it went 14 inches, so we're going to do 14 divided by wheelbase. And this thing's about 15-inch wheelbase, so that's even longer than the Axial SMT-10. So 14 inches is what it traveled on the ramp, divided by 15 times 1,000. So that gives this thing an RTI score of 933.3. So that's awesome. That's almost a perfect score. So that's a lot of flex out of a independent front, solid axle rear. So if this thing had a locked front diff, it'd be an amazing rock crawler. Out of the box, this thing has a open front diff, locked rear diff, and an open front center diff. So I guess to make this legal for certain classes of racing, you need to lock the center diff. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I probably won't race this competitively. I'll probably just use it as a basher. So anyway, I'll show you some footage of it running around.